Hello, how's it going, everybody? I'm gonna go over some key things about everyone's favorite topic, which is bias. So we're gonna go ahead and go over that. I'm gonna walk you through what I do and literally everything I do, not like everyone else and all these shitty other YouTubers that legitimately just are like, yeah, this is a good concept I like to use. No. I don't play that shit around here. I'll tell you everything I'm gonna use. And I have sent this, let me just show you guys the picture. Note that there's a volume imbalance in here as well. And here, new thing that he taught right here. What is that, everybody? A suspension block. He just taught it. I'm not rebranding it before someone's like, you made a fucking PD array? No, I did not. But I'm going over bias again, more in depthly, even though I have an hour and 45 minute long video. Here's my draw, obviously. That was Monday of this week, starting out the week. Yeah, here you go. Read that out. Don't believe me. There you go. So, here it is. Watching it played out. Anyone that was taking shorts, besides today was kind of fishy because we had an SMT here. But we're still bullish. Does it make sense to leave this, that? This is all relatively equal. Does it make sense if we're coming back up and we're rejecting that? It's easy to tell you that it should be this. But I was calling that all the way down here, not calling for a reversal. So, not to say that that's not invalid to call or just expect rejection, which we get Tuesday. But there's a bunch of stuff going on this week. So take your day off. Thank you. There you go. There's some friendly advice from one person to another. Take the 2 days off if you traded today. Do not try and trade tomorrow. Do not trade tomorrow. Please do not. If you do not know what's going on this week, you don't even need to be looking at the chart. But without further ado, let's get into it. Let me unhide all this stuff here. So I don't want that to seem like a hindsight thing there, because I know everyone don't like the hindsight traders, which I am not one of them. I show all my executions in the Discord, promoting the Discord again. Look at him. And let me come and show you guys where to find it. So I'll give you in DMs on where to get it. So there's a link here. If you click here, and the video blew up. Thank you guys. About what happened to me. Here it is, but it's also, we'll just go to this video for reference. It's also right here. If you go and click on this right here, it'll be right there. So there you go. There's that. I'm going to be going over bias, like I said before, and let's jump right into it. New month, new bias, new approach. We always started the monthly. So I'll give you guys a rundown. Monthly doesn't tell us shit. That's okay. But we can know what we do. I know we have a lot of clutter on the chart, but the weekly doesn't tell us really too much. We had an inside week. But, this to me doesn't tell me anything either. So we got to go to dailies. But the daily does tell us a lot. So we rebalance into this daily inefficiency here. I haven't noted at these green levels, daily, BISI, but my chart's kind of a mess. And we have a rejection block, which is graded down here. Discount. We tap into it because above this, bullish order block, drag the opening price of that over. And we're at all-time highs. We're anticipating this to be holding price. Anyways, there's no gaps in here to target. The first target could maybe be an order block, but, my target would be on a 4-hour if you're being nimble trading to this high. Why not this high? Well, is it realistic for us just to take this high out if we're bullish? No, we're going to take out both of these and then these. So we deliver beautifully. You could also wait for some sort of structure. So let's go to a 1 hour here. Wait for something in here. That was a 15-minute fair value gap that we tapped into on Friday and then pushed up. Market structure shift here. Change in the state here. 4 hour, we get a little bit later on here. We get a 4 hour on Sunday at 6 p.m. So you get a change in the state, break of market structure right there. Actually, technically, you could break it here too. So we get market structure shift, intermediate term market structure shift here. So now, what are we going to look for? What is your probabilities aligning with you? Buy, to be bullish. You're not trying to reverse call this high because it swept liquidity in a fair value gap. This is a balanced price range. Even it actually is a little bit better on ES in my opinion. So we're going to a 4 hour. Does it need to come up here? Absolutely not. And if it does, that's leaning more bearish. So we come back in it. I'm looking at that as fading that. That's bullshit. I want to see that fade. And then what are the key things we could use here? So we have a breaker, an order block on the daily. So for this to be invalidated, this is something no one talks about. No one wants to give them everything. They just all want to fucking give you little tricks and tools and make you buy their fucking mentorship course, which I think is ridiculous. You see this right here? This breaker is a very strong bullish PD array. Let me delete some of this shit off my chart. And we have an order block paired with it. And this wick right here, wicks are gaps. So we're going to use this. We're going to grade it. So we have this breaker with a gap, order block daily, change in state on the 4 hours. So you could draw it up to here as well. And a fair value gap as well that we're holding. But, you know, we still somewhat hold that one. But this is what I'm more concerned with. Like, if this gets broken to the downside, I am now flipping my bias. What are you supposed to do in here, though? You're supposed to go to a lower time frame and look at what price is doing at these levels. What is price doing? Look at that. Actually, you could put this as here. This would be beautiful. And then we have a 1 hour fair value gap on in that discount wick in the breaker leg at an order block with sell side liquidity. I know this could trip people up. SMTs, you could trade this. This is easy cut fruit approach to trading both sides of the market. If you know you're bullish, but the market needs to retrace, why do you think it needs to retrace? Well, we're in a premium already. We just SMT'd these two highs. You could be selling all the way in Asia. But guess what we do? What does price do when we get below? When we get in this 1 hour fair value gap, it looks so cherry picked. I know. Looks so cherry picked. It's like I just didn't send this in the Discord at all. Join it. It's free. We take out all this liquidity in a hourly fair value gap. What do? Where do the bodies close? In the upper quadrant of that wick. We're already in 2 discount arrays, so it's very, very strong. So what do we wait? I'm not saying take a turtle soup entry here, even though we're leaning more bullish and we want to look for buys. What's resting here? All these relative equal highs. So what do we do prior to coming in? Change in the state here. Market structure shift here. Swing high. That's swing high. By the way, market structure shift is there. We get a change in a state here. And I bet that's an hourly as well. Hourly gets changed. What more confirmation do you fucking need? Run through. This is when you wait. You're not calling the low. You're just watching and see what price does yet. We inverse this fair value gap. We get the change in the state at 7 a.m. We're all trading New York here. If you're trading London, then you could go to a lower time frame and maybe look for just some sort of bounce where we consolidate. Key time too. 3:30 a.m. What is that profile? What is the profile leading up to? London low. What did London do? Took Asia low, took New York lows from yesterday in a discount array on the daily 4 hour, 1 hour. Holy shit. He's got a bunch of levels going for him. It's not rocket science. You wait and then you wait. What would be invalidating to me? If we ran through this fair value gap and closed below the 0.5 level, that would be invalidating, and then I'd be looking for these lows. That is it. It is not me calling the reversal at the end of it. I don't care to call that. Is it fun to? Yeah, it is, but what's going to make you be a little bit more better with it? So then we come into the AM session today if you're trading today. What do we have to use? Go to a 4 hour. We have an inverse for, actually, we don't even get this until 10 a.m. So we're going to wait. Actually, we do inverse it before 10 a.m. So we have this to work with. We have this that just took sell side liquidity. So put a grading, but we also have this down close candle. This is a breakaway gap. I don't want to see you fill this, but we have this inverse on the hourly as well. So we have where price could reach. So when we come in at 8 a.m. using this inverse, we're already expecting this to be low day. We have relative equal highs on ES and NQ on the lower time frames. We're going to drop down to a 15-minute. So ES does never come down and take this low. We're already expecting we tap into it at 8:15. What is this? We're bullish. We're expecting price to hold bullish PD arrays. Anticipating it to. We've already got confirmation. Now we are looking solely for the purpose of time now. This is where we implement time. We leave relative equal lows here, and we have an SMT on NQ and ES. Sorry, my chart's a little bit more marked up on NQ because I trade NQ. So if we see this here, we never really get to that low. Like, it is very minimal, and I'm counting that as an SMT either way. Because we also, if you look to the left on the 5 minute, we take out this as well. So we could use a bigger one right there. So we SMT it. I'm bullish. I want to see that. And then if we go to an hourly on ES, what's on the hourly? Well, we have even better. We have this down close candle on the hourly that's going to provide entries. That's what a down close candle does. It's an order block, but it's just a down close candle technically. So we wait again. Holy shit, I'm missing the trade. But Kai, I don't have a trade. I took a 15-second in here. Is this easy? Was that like straight bread and butter? We run up, fucking shit. If I held my runner on until these highs, I probably would have made so much today. What do we do? Well, we wait. Again, 950 macro starts. I want to see price move through it. All right, we disrespect all this. We have confirmation? Yes. If my setup was for me down here, I would have took my setup because guess what my setup is? A market structure shift, fair value gap, and a breaker, and an inverse most of the time, and with an SMT. 5 things there for your setup. You don't need it. You're not confirming your bias with your setup. All right, that is what fucking everybody does. You do not confirm your bias with your setup. That is not what the fuck your setup does. Your setup is solely for the purpose to manage your risk and get in line. That is it. You are the bias. 90% of what you do will be determining what is going to unfold. That is it. And then reacting to where it goes in your already predetermined bias and anticipating it to form your model, and then you take your model. You're not confirming you're bullish because we're already bullish. You are simply waiting for your model already. Your model is the confirmation that we're going back. There you go. There's some heat for everybody. So what do? We make a fair value gap right here. That's a fair value gap, folks. We have a volume imbalance in here. And he just released a PD array. I've been back testing all last night too. Which got used today. Holy shit, he's using stuff. My goodness. We have a down close candle. I'm expecting price to bounce. And this suspension block, I use like a fair value gap. So we have relative equal highs here. We're already pumping up. We've respected this candle body, this fair value gap, BISI, buy side imbalance, sell side inefficient. We respect it, trade up, get the change here, confirming. We have this series of down close candles right here. You could use this as well, but I'll lower the time frame for you guys so you know I'm not cherry picking. So what lines up in that leg there? What's that right there? Oh no, he did not. Where's the most up? Like I want the most up of it. Well, we have this paired with a down close candle order block. My entry was here, and guess what today is? Who is trading live funds today? You're crazy. So first entry is when we break this. Second, pyramiding back in. You should not be live trading on days like this. You should be tape reading. There you go. I do this live anyways. I have all the screenshots. Go check the Discord. Go check the fucking the payouts I have sent in there. This is not hiding. But guess what we get again? We get another one. So you could pyramid an entry here. We break market structure. We have another one, volume imbalance in here, which we never actually go and fill. If we had another one, I would have took that trade there to these highs as well. But here you go. Here is your fucking... If you cannot do this in paper, you shouldn't be trading anything live. So first entry is this right here. After we close above it, I'm just going to take that immediately. Why would you take that immediately? That would be the change in the state of delivery on the 1 minute. Henceforth, I could have probably took this one, but I was late into it. So 10:02, and it was a macro, so expecting it to run. Henceforth, why I take it there and take profits out of there. Where does your stop placement go? Well, we enter on this candle body. Where's my stop going to go? What do you think? My stop's going to go below the most recent swing low. And then literally targeting a 1-to-1 on that. That's it. You can see it, 1-to-1. So what? Because I am not certain what price is going to do just yet. Because I'm waiting for it to fall into my trap once more. Actually, I held on to that, by the way. I was just a 1 partial at 1-to-1. Because that's how I do it. So what do I do again? We come back down, taking liquidity at these down close candles right here, and a breaker order block on a 1 minute, and a suspension block, which is used like a fair value gap. So what am I immediately doing? I'm buying long again, targeting this. Where does your stop go? Below this swing low. Below that swing low. 2.82. So what is the risk on that? Nothing. And then when am I buying again? After we get the series of down close candles. And I waited. This candle wasn't confirming enough to me, but after we tap into it and it closed all the way back here, I'm buying that. So then I buy it again. Stop gets moved to here. You got to practice, guys. Like, you got to do these drills. And then targeting that again. So this trade, this one, and this one are all under that. This one's in profit still. So you're risking fucking nothing to pretty much 3R this. And I really wish I left the runner on, but we did it. And you take it just the same way you take an actual trade on a paper account. Don't fucking think it's a paper account and I'm just whoop-de-doing. No, the only way you're going to get better is if you take everything the same way you would take an eval, prop firm, AMP live account. Do it exactly like that in that order. But let me talk about this because this move tripped everyone up right here. We consolidated. We broke lower. Are you switching your bias? Are you switching your bias? If we just broke all these candles, I should sell short in here. And it sounds so cut and dry when someone says it like this. And it's like, obviously, I know that didn't work. But let's rewind the tape a little bit. Does that seem bearish to you? I don't know. I don't know what we could do. But like, because you're not trying to understand what we're doing, what we've just done. Yeah, we ran up at 9:30. We ran up, took both sides of liquidity. We've taken both sides, but where's the most likelihood of expansion to the upside? We've already determined that. We're on a 1 minute chart, everybody. We're already in 3 key levels, if not 4, if I already stated. I didn't write it out, but probably 4. Why in the fuck are you trying to flip your bias? Stick to one side. You could be wrong too if you were only looking for shorts. Guess what? You'd be fine either way. You have a stop loss for a reason. I'm not coming at anyone telling you, oh, you're doing it wrong completely. No, don't flip your bias. That's what everyone does. And you don't know you're doing it yet until someone goes and tells you, why are you selling short when we're bullish? The 1 minute chart dumped down though. I don't give a fuck what the 1 minute chart does because I'm taking my bullish standpoint off of a 4 hour, 1 hour, daily 15 minute. A 1 minute fucking chart is going to get shit on. And that is why everyone dislikes the 1 minute is because there's noise. You have to cancel the noise out. And how do you do that? How do you cancel out the noise, Kai? Like, how are you doing that? I'm looking at higher time frames. I solely use the 1 minute to enter. That is it. Not to fucking probe order flow. Not to gain a bias off the... I already have a bias. I already have my key level. What am I anticipating at my key level? Your setup. That's it. Take the fucking thing. Have a stop loss. Have risk management. There you go. That is bias. That is all it is. And yet everyone makes a huge deal out of it, including myself, because I did that way too much before. Trying to fucking call it here. Which you would wait for your setup anyways. 950 macro. If my setup was low, high, lower, low, higher, high, inverse for value gap, SMT, I'm taking it immediately. But how do you know you're not going to get stopped out? Because we have an SMT and we just got a market structure shift on the 1 minute. So I'm trusting order flow. I'm trusting my bias. You don't trust your bias. That's why you flip your bias. That is solely, and these videos don't even need to be an hour long because I was going over concepts. The other one, I was going over all the concepts I use. By the way, bias can be derived from one concept. And what are we aligned with as well? Where are we coming from if we're going to really deep dive into bias? The daily fair value gap, daily rejection block, daily order block. What are we holding? All of them. What did we get on the 4 hour? Change in the state, market structure shift, created a breaker. That's bullish. What did we do on the 4 hour? We ran through all these down close candles. That's not very bearish to me. But you're fucking trying to butt call a reversal is what you're doing. Stop trying to call the reversal. But what are you doing on the 1 minute though? You're trying to call the reversal. No, I'm not. This is not me calling the reversal on the higher time frame. This is me simply looking at price, expecting where's price going to bounce? Where's price going to bounce? Where's price going to bounce? All right, now I'm waiting. Waiting for your setup. What is your setup? Confirmation. That is the confirmation. You don't really need to sit there on a fucking high ass time frame chart waiting for all of these things to align because you're gonna miss every move. I'm sorry to tell you. It's like if you're going on a 15-minute chart and you're like, all right, I want to see what this does. We just change the state. We could wait until to see what this candle closes. Then we could do that. But guess what? You missed it. You missed this move. You still have other moves. I'm not saying that's, impossible, but now you have something to frame it. All right, we have this inverse for value gap. I am immediately taking that trade. If you take inverses, beautiful 5-minute today. Where's your stop going to go? Below the inverse. Where are you targeting? Buy side liquidity. Buy side liquidity. Holy shit, that was the most easy trade of the day, dude. You're not this. Why didn't we? I want to see it come back down here. I don't want it to come down there. That's a breakaway. We just broke out market structure from here. Should we come down there, we could use a limit and maybe have a stop really, really tight down to here. And then stop would be here because I'm expecting this to be a breakaway gap. So let's see if we ever get filled on that. Probably not because I don't want to see it get. All right. Yeah, actually, we don't get filled on that. So we're sitting here trying to call all of this and we get to change the state. So like, which fair value gap do you use, Kai? Breakaway gap? Where's a gap in here? This one would be the one I would use. Guess what? We never come to it. So I guess there's no trade for you. Same thing here. Breakaway. This one, the one I use. Stop here. You guys are requiring a lot. You're trying to I get you're trying to confirm everything, but you already have your key levels that you expect price to already reject. Already, you expect it to reject. And actually, if you want to be really certain here, what is this right here? What I tell everyone, what I show everybody. Drag that up, my friend. What is this? We're gonna just call it right there. That would probably be the most perfect I can get this thing. What is that? Oh, I don't know what that is. There's nothing there. What is he using there? What is that? What is price rejecting in here? Does it look like price is rejecting? Does it look like price is rejecting? Does that level mean anything? What are we hitting in here? That's the true support resistance right there. I mean, look at that. We wick. Bodies respected every single time. What? Nothing. It's fucking nothing. I don't know why everyone tries to do some crazy shit when it's so blatantly obvious. And then guess what? After you get that fair value gap, maybe you had a limit here and your stop was here. That's not invalid. Okay. And if you're on a 1 hour, if you're waiting for 1 hour shit, you already got it here. All right. So there was someone asking me last night. Great guy. But he had a question. He was like, I cannot, I just lose or I miss the entry. And he's using 1 hour key levels and he's going down to a 5-minute to confirm it, which is great. So I'm going to run through what I told him. When you get a 1 hour change in the state, you already have confirmation you're bullish right there. So what are you looking for? Somewhere to it bounce. What do we have here? Change in the state? That's not wrong to use, but what's in that? This down close candle. What's below it? Sell side liquidity. What's in it? 15-minute fair value gap. So now you have an area where you expect price to reject. Where do you get the change in state? Right here. But I'm risking too much. De-risk. De-risk. You're on a 5-minute entering time frame. You're going to have to submit to, if you're trying to target anything besides really it's going to be hard when you're getting in these volatile markets. You're going to have to target higher things. I hate to tell you. And maybe you could put it at this low as well, because I would be forming a breaker if we do come up there. So you just have to use everything to your advantage. So maybe we could do this, do something like this, where we put it at the breaker body to get the 2R. And then you'd get it. But you have to submit. You're on a 5-minute chart. How long does a 5-minute normally take to play out? A couple of fucking hours. Pretty much the whole daily range. So you already have confirmation on the hourly. There's only there's only 24 hours in one day. So 24 candles. Actually, not even, because the market closes at 5 p.m. So whatever that is, from 12 a.m. to 5 p.m. So not even 24 hours. You have less than 24 hours. I think 16 is what that is, I believe. Should be 4 hour candles. So 16 hourly candles, my belief. Don't rage me in the comments about that. I did not count every 4 hour candle, but I'm pretty sure that is what it is. Because let me count this before I get some shit in the comments about this. What is it? 4 hours? 2 a.m. 2 a.m. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, 5. Oh, yeah, about 4. Yeah, okay, so I wasn't wrong. We'll say around 16 hours of market time. You already have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 confirming you're bullish. 7 of those hours are bullish. 7 of them are confirming your bias is correct. You should be targeting highs. What the fuck are you doing asking for every... You're going to get left. I'm just saying. And you have to use... And if you want a better stop placement, you're going to have to use everything that he uses. Like this breaker. Low, high, lower, low, higher, high. But what is this? Inverse. So if we get above this, now I'm moving it. So we get our entry here if we're taking those type of trades. I don't, but you can put it to the breaker to start. We break above that. We put it to here. And then you're going to have to watch then you leave it here. And look what you end with. Yes, your risk initially was a 1.7 R. But is that a setup? Is that valid? Is that a valid setup? Do we create a fair value gap? Yeah. You can't wait for, all right, now I want to see it tap into this. That's too much. It's not likely. You're going to miss the move. You got to go to a lower time frame if that's the case, or you wait here. What is this? Changes stay on the 5 minute. Maybe we go to a 1 minute and then look for fucking nothing, because realistically, you're going to miss this whole move. But if you're trading AM, then you just have to kind of wait. I hate to tell y'all. There's not really an entry there. Maybe you go down to even a lower time frame after we get the change. And then we hunt for a fair value gap to be formed in that area. All right, maybe you take this. There you go. There's your best entry. And then your stop could be below this low. 4R. Oh, look at there. Fractalizing what we've already done. We got the change. We're looking for a rejection. So now you could put it below this down close candle, but preferably probably below the inverse for value gap, just in case. You got to submit to that. If you're trading these higher time frames and you're trying to not take, you either got to be in the trade for 7 hours at least. I know, because I used to trade 15 minute, or you have to stop requiring so much, because you already am bullish. You're already expecting price to reject. You have an SMT already confirming that, or you go to a lower time frame. That is why people use lower time frames, because not many people want to take this amount of risk on. Is it a 1.5 hour trade? Hell yeah, it is. Is that a good trade? Fuck yeah, it is. Absolutely. But here's the key difference. You either deal with that, or 1 second, I'm actually gonna have to do something on my phone really fast. I'm not cutting this out because I suck at editing. And if there's any editors actually in the video, or that are watching this, please feel free to send me a message on Discord, because I need one bad. Even though I don't really know what you would edit, because I kind of just post this and the hell with everything else. And I'm trying to think of some questions actually right now that I would get asked, because I'm actually just going over some stuff I told him. And by the way, I will talk to anybody for the price of $0 in my Discord. Just join the Discord. It's free. I showed you guys where to find it. You can talk to me, hit me up. I encourage you all. I do calls every week, not giving you guys a signal service, because that doesn't help anybody, and you're gonna feel like shit if I give you signals and they win. By the way, no one really tells you that, but you're gonna feel like shit. You're not gonna feel good. Why am I not gonna feel good though? I'm gonna make money. Because you didn't make that money. You made the money. You got the fucking king's handout. You got the king's shilling. That's what you did. That's not very fucking, that's stupid. You should never want to, I want the people that want to learn this and be independent and never talk to anybody, because they have so much conviction in themselves about what they do and how they trade. That's what I want. Do you want to learn like that? Join the Discord. It's free. And it's hard. And I know there's a bunch of people bullshitting about how hard it is to get in here. It's hard for a reason to get in here. And I'm talking again about you have to fill out an application. If you don't want to fucking fill out an application so I can censor out some of these dumbasses that would join, then you're absolutely fucked in the head, because I am not dealing with someone that is, quite frankly, some of these applications I've read over are ridiculous. Like, you guys don't really, it just doesn't seem like you guys care at all. So that's why I make people fucking give an application, because I don't want to deal with these meme fucks, to be honest. I hate those people. I don't want someone sitting in there just bat-shitting on people because they didn't do something correctly or whatever the case may be. I don't like it. I don't want to deal with it. I don't want anyone else in this community to deal with it either. It is not a good thing. So yeah, there you go. Let me try to cut this. God, I'm sorry about these videos durations, but I'll end it on that. I do give my little rants, but I think they're very important if to listen to, by the way. I don't think it's, I just rant. Everyone thinks I rant for no reason, but I'm ranting, giving you guys literally stepping stones to walk on when I give certain types of rants. Just because I'm not talking about a market or applying it to the direct thing the market's doing at this exact moment doesn't mean it's not going to help you. Okay, get that out of your fucking head. I can think of a market in my head and talk about it randomly at anyone's will, and so probably can you. So don't think like that. Anyways, I will try to upload consistently, as everyone sees. I'm pretty good at doing it now. So my goal is at least 3 a week. I kind of fucked that one up this week because we're a little bit later into it. But anyways, I appreciate you guys for watching. And yeah, join the Discord. It's free. But I hope you guys have a good week and stay safe out there. I know there's a lot going on. And yeah.